Definitely.
So when you say that you're going to play a very similar strategy to last year, what kind of strategy was that you played?
So I was a real social person. Everyone thought I was like a good time, like a good person to just have around. And I think that made people harder to think of me as a target just because of how social I was and how personable I was with everybody that was in the camps. And this year it's the same. Like, I think everyone thinks I'm a good time. I'm a good addition to the environment, the charisma for everybody. I want to have like the people in my tribe like to think they came up with an idea, but really I'm trying to push them towards what'll work best for me. Well, the thing is, I have like 20% of the plan cooked up in my head. And what's crazy is before merge, everyone was, gunning for Mia. And Mia's also on the chopping block. And what did I say? And a lot of people, like, especially like the original like Braun tribe, they were wanting to vote Stacy out again first. And I don't want this game to be like a revolving door for her.
Megan's playing a strong game and no one's saying anything about her.
Isn't that how she
Yeah,
also played last time?
But she should have won last year.
And that's what
Bro, I'm like, I should not have won. I keep telling y'all that. Like,
yeah.
I should not have won. Megan, real life, should have won.
I'm interested in working with other people in this game, and so I think that's my goal right now, is just like maintaining and strengthening those existing social relationships, and also just working on building and cultivating other social relationships as we keep going down in numbers, because I think that that's going to help my game overall.
And I'm just really interested. I'm interested in how much scrambling is going on. Yeah. That is concerning me, and that's concerning for both of us. And so I'm just keeping an eye on you. And this is what I'm going to tell you. Whatever reason I apply for this vote, if I hear like this vote, if I hear the name from that comes up pressure. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say who the biggest threat in the game is right now, because everybody is a threat in this game. And I bet that's coming out in a lot of these confessionals that people are giving, that everybody's a threat, or that a lot of people are threats, big threats. I think everybody is just threatening in a different way. I thought about it last night, all the final 3 scenarios. I like ran through them in my head, and I was like, yeah, I mean, it's an all-star final 3 no matter who gets there at this point. Like, I think everybody has played really hard and they're playing a really hard game. My goal in this game right now is watching my back, paying attention, listening, building relationships, and just doing what I can to maneuver through the gauntlet of threats that's left.
We gotta keep an eye out for Megan. No, Sparky. No. Bro, her game.
Oh, I know.
From last year, bro. Bro, and she has like such a cooler head this year, bro. And bro, she has so many alliances, and I brought her name up. They're like, "You're right. Well, let's just do Stacy." But I was like, yeah. I do like that, actually. I do like that.
Is that making you nervous that people on the outside conversation?
Honestly, to be more nervous that I don't hear my name moves.
I hear that, yeah.
So, at merge, the numbers the way they are, I feel very good about where I sit in the numbers. And there are names being thrown around that we would want to get voted out first. And so we figured we'd have to find an idol to keep that person from saving themselves. So as soon as the merge happened, I got back to camp. I think Boogie and Hannah are sitting at the fire with their backs turned to this big tree that I'd been looking in periodically. And I made the excuse to grab some more firewood from back there, and I look in the tree and I see just something out of place, little package someone left for me, I think. And so I kick it out on the ground and roll it up in some wood I'm collecting and stuff it down the old wood safety deposit box, and now I gotta go get water after that. So
I think the fear I'm hearing from people is that Stacey has some sort of hidden advantage that she got from coming back and she's not telling people.
Talk to me about hidden immunity idols.
Okay, I have one. Which is exciting. I found it pre-merge, so it's not the merge idol. And I found it at the Brawn camp. It was after I mutinied and went over. And it was after the swap. And so it was along the fence line right when you go into our camp in a burlap sack tied up. And so it's the same immunity idol as the rest of them. I don't have my bag with me, or I'd show you. It's beautiful. It's heavy and loud. Why do they have to be so heavy and loud this year? They're very hard to hide. I'm small. But yeah, I have one. I don't feel like I need to play it yet today, but I'm really just keeping it on me all the time. I'm keeping it in my bag all the time. Keeping my bag with me, and I'm just really being alert because I know this game can shift at any time. The other thing I'll say about hidden immunity idols is, so the one I have now, if I play it for me, I've played Surviving Bloomington twice, and this was my fourth idol that I found in Surviving Bloomington. And this would be the first time that I ever played it on myself, if I play it on myself. So I'm really looking forward to that growth, that personal growth in the game, if I get to play the idol for myself.
I just want everyone to see the real side of the games that everyone's playing. Because it's all a game of manipulation. All you have to do is get people to trust you, and the good liars. And unfortunately, my number one, he's probably one of the best liars in this game still. So
I'm 50-50 all the time, and I think I'm gonna be 50-50 until it's done, right? Until I'm out. I think everything's up in the air. Everything feels up for grabs. But that's what makes it exciting, right? That's what makes Survivor fun.
The last question is just kind of a fun one. Is there any really juicy gossip or tea you think the viewers would like to know about back at camp?
Gossip or tea. Hold on, you're gonna delete most of this, I think. Can you turn it off for a minute while I think about it?
For today's challenge, the group of 12 was randomly divided into 2 teams of 6. For this round, the group will be competing for individual immunity as teams. So whichever team wins this challenge, those 6 people will be immune at the vote. Each team will line up side by side at arm's length. Each person will then be given wooden tiles that they must suspend in the air with the person next to them, creating a long human chain. Every 4 minutes, each team must drop one person from the end of their chain. The goal is to never let the chain break in the middle. The team that can keep their chain intact the longest wins immunity. All right, we are set up and ready to go. Both teams have all of their tiles suspended and their chain is intact. And we are officially live. Whichever team breaks their chain first will lose immunity. This is the first time we've ran this challenge in Surviving Bloomington, so I have no idea how long it will go. Some of you may have seen this challenge play in other games, but ours is slightly different. In Surviving Bloomington, your chain must never break in the middle. Only people on the ends are allowed to fall, and they may only fall between rounds. It looks like both teams had the same strategy of putting their strongest players in the middle. If both teams can hold strong, this could come to a showdown between Devontae and Adam versus Megan, Wolf, and Rosie.
You boogie first.
How you feeling? How do you feel? You want to get out? Okay. 4 more minutes, Casey? Yeah, I can do it. I can do that. But you gotta continue to say this.
Did you say 4 more?
Your first person, one person drops. 10, 9, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can drop one person. This. You all winning it? Let's go!
We didn't drop them.
They dropped. It's the whole team.
I need to drop it. I was like, oh my god. I was like,
All right. Whoever won, come over here. We need to write it down. All right.
Oh, we got it?
With that, U6 have immunity. What U6 will not be voted out. Unfortunately, one of U6 is going to be the first member of the jury. You'll have until tomorrow to figure out who that's going to be. You have all night tonight. Grab your stuff and head on back.
Yeah, what you did. Nice, that's what you're used to, right?
It's gone all right this morning. We have a tribal council at 11 a.m., which I don't even know what time it is. I've lost track of time completely out here, but sooner rather than later. And so I think everybody, my understanding of what's going on is that everybody is working to make sure that the vote is split in the way that they want it to be split.
Folks at camp have been talking about Stacy and Devontae, and I've heard Adam's name a couple of times.
So if you could choose, if your vote was the only vote that counted, who would you vote for?
Adam.
Adam.
He's just good. My original tribe. As soon as we got there, everyone was like, Adam's a threat. They didn't understand why he didn't get voted out immediately. See, and everybody was getting shit to me because I was like, I don't know, he's like a cool dude. He was doing, but I didn't. And then we were winning, and I was like, shoot.
That's part of his game. Is he is cool. He's easy to talk to. He's fun. And then he's fucking good.
He's good at everything.
There's no denying that. He can go in and people probably see them and go on a streak of individual moving ones. Like, or on a highlight reel game. Or like, it's scary. That's scary.
For this vote anyway, I think Dallas has an extra vote that he has to use, so we'll have 10 votes total, so we're gonna split 7 Devontae, 3 for Stacy, and we're telling Devontae, Boogie, and Mia that it's Stacy. And if Devontae doesn't play any ridiculous advantage again, or more bullets somehow, he'll hopefully go home.
Yeah, and he's good at like getting in with people and like building that trust and building that bond, and like he's under the radar because he has that protection of people, which is he gets to go as far every time.
So for me, it's me and Megan Wolf 100% all the way to the end. We got each other's back. I trust her 100%. I've done something that I don't believe in doing in playing Survivor. I found the idol when we got back last night, and she's holding on to it for me. Because I don't want to go in with a bag, because every time someone sees me with a bag, they assume I've got something on me.
I mean, he's a winner, and both winners made the merge. The only 2 winners made the merge, so they're doing something right again.
Yeah.
And if we just let him continue to slide by,
it's going to be dangerous.
It's going to be very dangerous for everybody. Yeah.
My number 1 right now is Adam. He's also my shield, so that works kind of hand in hand. I want to keep him around, but if he has to go, he has a pretty big target on his back to go. He gave me his hidden immunity idol that he found, so I have that to use for us, but I'm also in control of it. After that, I think I kind of have a tie between Jordan and Rosie. I'm a little bit more loyal to Rosie than I am Jordan because I think she has some other ties that make me weary.
So I want to ride with Adam and Megan to the final 5-ish, but I do believe that they are strong as fuck. I mean, they are strong. They have experience and they're strong. And this is where the twist kind of comes for me, is I do think Jordan and I have some unfinished business from last season, and a little bit of, we got blindsided and shit.
From strongest to least strong, we have you, me, Rosie. We have Dallas and Griffin. Jordan probably stronger. Jordan, Dallas, Griffin. And Dallas is on the That's the star we need for Gauntlet. Yeah. Then we have Megan, Stacy, and forgetting someone. I know. Hannah, yeah. I think those 10 are on our side, at least for this one.
I think over 2. Okay. I talked to Devontae on the side right after talking to a group like Rosie, Jordan. I said, hey, I still want to work together. I said, are you trying with me? He said, yeah, we're trying to work together. I said, they mentioned her name to blindside her. I said, I don't want to be the one to talk to her because they're going to know I'm one that's going to do. So hopefully she'll walk around and not wait for you. Yeah. But nobody else really knows I did that.
No, that's good. And I think it should stay that way.
Started off this game saying I can't trust Jordan, and now I'm right back to where I was. but I think I was just pretty salty about how things ended last time, which wasn't her fault. It was just her ship that I was sinking with. So we're both very loyal, and I think if it gets down to those 4, Adam, Megan, Jordan, and I think that would be ideal.
I've only promised final 3 with Megan and Rosie, so I won't throw Megan under the bus. I would burn Rosie before I burnt Megan. Sorry, Rosie.
All the rest of them.
That's why I've been fine.
You're right.
She's wonderful.
You,
I'm going.
You and me were right. Me and Dallas is going to. I haven't talked to him yet, but he'll split his vote to write me because he has that extra vote. He has to use this time.
Yeah. So that's split those.
And that's 3. 7.
There's a lot of people voting for Stacey still on the other side. We got Adam, Megan Wolf, Andrew, which is me. Other Megan, Jordan, Dallas. So that's like our main 6. And then we have Griffin and Hannah. So really we're pretty much 8 deep.
I think we have rounded up enough numbers, even though it's a lot of people to round up. I think we do have 1 solid target and 1 backup target. So I think we are going to be able to pull off getting Devontae out. And if something goes haywire and he has a idol, then I think Stacey is next on the list. And then Mia will have a couple votes on her name just in case Stacey got something from coming back from Redemption Island.
We're also like all kind of nervous because we don't know what advantages the folks from Redemption have brought into the game now, which is why I personally am like leaning towards Stacey to go, because I know in like previous years, if 2 people like come back from Redemption or whatever, then they can have like a shared idol if they both make it through the first tribal afterwards. So it's kind of, it makes me anxious not knowing what Stacey and Griffin might have.
Congratulations. By getting back in the game, you and the other Redemption Island player have received an all-or-nothing idol.
The all-or-nothing idols must be played together at the same time.
If they're both played, it acts as a hidden immunity for both players.
If one person decides not to play theirs, then neither can be played.
Okay. So it's the same as a normal idol, but we both played at the same time and we're both immune. And I got this tribal council and the next one to use it, which is good.
Yeah.
Because I think we have Devontae looking like he has votes on him and Stacey. I have a really confident that Devontae's gonna have an idol. There's something to save him, in which case the votes are gonna be put on Stacey. But if we use this together, and I'm the only one who has a vote on someone else, it's an OCO, anyone I want. So I really gotta think, because that's a lot of power to be able to take anyone out. I think I need to talk to people. Hopefully I don't have to use this next tribal, but if I do, it will be for something big. Yeah, I haven't told anyone about the key either.
Same. So, but I was specifically asked if we didn't leave it, so I said we did get our bullet, and we did get a bullet back, just to say something.
But let's say the votes are 70% Devontae, 30% you. Devontae, we don't gotta do anything unless Devontae uses an idol.
Right.
If he does, we can pull our keys out, and then I'm almost sure the majority's gonna be on Devontae. I don't think one of us gonna do it, so one of us put one other person's name down and just end them.
I feel like I'm okay. A lot of people are saying that they want to work with me. And as I said, I'm completely open, and that means like completely open. I'm not coming in with like any grudges or preconceived notions based on what other people have told me, because I understand it. Their perception is different than what may have actually happened. So I think that like settled a lot of people's anxiety about me being back too. So I think I
feeling okay.
That's what I literally said, like, yesterday. I said, whoever comes back, like, I don't want them to make it through the first tribal just because that might mean that they get some advantages or something, and I don't want to
deal with that.
Like, with with players, you know who you need to look out for, but with, like, both of those two, it's so unknown that almost makes you more anxious. Not knowing, like, what they could have.
That's why I was really thinking, like, Stacy first.
Now, this morning, I was one of the first people up. Megan Wolf, she got up. I got up shortly after her, and then Adam got up, and we were all standing out here, and Megan says, I want to go look around this tree real quick. So she found the idol, the merge idol. So she handed me the box. She's like, what do I do with this box? So I went way out into the woods, got rid of the box. And then I come back and she's like, I want you to have this. So she gave me her hidden immunity idol that she found as well. So I have that too.
I found out this morning that I think Stacy has a fake idol that we planted before the merge. So if she uses it today, that like really won't be, ideally that's like not how I wanted it to be played. I wanted it to be played like a little further down the line.
Yes. And I think Dallas said that might skew Adam and Rosie to vote Stacy. Right?
I feel like
makes it tricky. I'm kind of surprised. That's the thing is Megan and Devontae were talking and they were, Stacey, yes, they would, but
I'm gonna be honest, I don't care.
I kind of don't either. I don't want to vote Stacy. She's my Redemption Island buddy.
I've been working with Sparky and Adam and Rosie and Megan Wolf. Yeah, I've also been working with Mia, but I know that there are a few things that happened before the merge that Mia hasn't specifically told me about, which makes me feel a little guarded.
So yeah, like where do the numbers lie? Do we know where the numbers lie exactly?
I wish you saw me a little bit last year.
Yeah.
I have really struggled with like actual numbers.
No, me too.
So
Like my first 2 times playing,
right now is like I've heard consecutive.
So my main target right now is Devontae. He's someone that I wanted to work with coming into it because we didn't work together previously. But unfortunately, again, it's just not in the cards for us, just kind of how everything shook out. And I think there's just no love from him to me at this point, that it's kind of just, I have no wiggle room with him. So that's kind of my main target as of right now, because I think it's just beneficial for me to go with someone that I know will be coming for my head. Right now, I feel like my best options are to go with the Megan, Jordan, and Griffin people of the world. Even though we've kind of been playing this game from very early together, and that could be a potential problem, I feel like there's a lot of room for things to change near the end. But ultimately, I would feel super good about any combination of those people sitting in the final 3 with me. And I feel like I could plead my case in a way that I might be able to have a leg up on them regardless of how closely we've been together. Ultimately, I really want to see a brain at the end of the day. I don't care which one it is. I'm watching
it's come back from
because
the
it's
edge.
never happened on Survivor. That brain is never moved, and it's about damn time.
Yeah.
Okay, Lizzo, stop.
Yeah.
So this game is crazy, and I'm genuinely not doing it again, but I'm having the best time ever, and I feel better than I've ever felt in the time that I've played, the other 2 seasons I've played. I feel like I'm really stepping up strategically this time around, and so I'm hoping that is not any sort of wool being pulled over my eyes, that I really do have a finger on the pulse of what's going on.
and that I have some sort of control that I think that I have.
Stacey and I'm game for just playing that until I can like comprehend more so. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I am gonna go Stacey. I think it's smart to go Adam, but also, I don't know, right now I feel like it's easier to go Stacey. Devontae is saying my name now, and I'm like, fuck, do I like get my idol? What do I do? But Jordan wants to talk, so I trust that she's gonna tell me. I mean, I trust, as much as we can trust people. So if it's not me.
Like, where's your head at?
I'm okay, as long as it's not me.
Well, period, girl.
So, yeah.
I definitely want to keep you in like the loop on that, and I definitely will.
And I'm good at getting the information, so you just be like, I need you.
Yeah.
So, I'm nervous. This is like the most nervous I've ever been, which is ironic because, I was nervous the whole day when I thought I was just going out with a 1 of 6 shot in the dark, but I'm hoping I can get people to push and put numbers on Stacey. That seems to be a lot of the talk, at least coming back to me, but at this point, all I keep hearing from all the people I trust is, Devontae's a threat, Devontae's a threat, they're talking about you're a threat, and it's...
Megan was in Dallas, he suggested, but I was like, no, I'm not writing his name down, no matter what, I'm not writing your name down. He's like, that's weird. But I've been telling people that you lost all your charisma after the last tribal, because we just went behind your back and did that. And I was telling them you were, trying to be the voice of the blue tribe. I was like, we're not playing this game. That's what I'm telling everybody. And that ever since that, you felt distraught about the game and you ain't been yourself. And everyone's like, oh, I agree. He ain't been as talkative. So I think that's covering you good. And I'm telling people it'll just work out naturally with Devontae. And everyone's yes. And everyone's like, oh, so we should do Stacey now. So I'm saving you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm working with you, bro.
I think it's good on our part to get Stacey out because the only person who's really objected that to my face is Griffin, and I think it's because they have some sort of maybe shared advantage coming back from redemption or something of the sort. So I think just getting Stacey out is the most logical decision at this point. I just think it's critical.
Yeah, I really, because she, what if she knows challenges, bro?
If I think I go and then Adam goes, they're gonna look at what next. You're the only other winner left.
No, 100%. I know. I've been using y'all as shields. You guys been playing better games. I know. You've been trying. You've been trying. Yeah. On me. You had your future ally write me down, bro. I'm like, no, I gotta cut that out, boy. No, but Devontae and Adam are on the chopping block, and throughout this whole game, both of them are the main talk of each other's tribes. They're the big targets. Those are the ones you should look out for, just because of the games they play.
Devontae.
And for real, he's not a strong player. Ever since that last tribal, bro. Yeah. Buddy was really distraught. Bro was like, man, what am I gonna do? He really felt like he was alone. And when we merged, he wasn't as social as he usually is. I know y'all know this.
True. No.
Bodie was sitting there like he was on the chopping block the whole time. And he would only go up and talk to somebody. It's if they're like, oh, I'm gonna get water. He's like, oh, can I come with you? And yeah, he did that, but he did that every time somebody got up and he was there present. So I really don't think he's gotta be a big threat. So I don't think we should go first. I think that'll just naturally occur. You feel me?
I feel like my closest allies, it's kind of funny because if you asked me any other time, I would have said Boogie, but they kind of blindsided me on the Elisa vote, which was the first time I've been not included on a vote in my Surviving Bloomington career. So at this point, I would say my closest are probably Jordan and Hannah.
It is the morning of day 3 and so much has gone on. It is insane that I'm here. My number 1 goal was to make merge. My number 1 goal wasn't even to win. It was just if I can make merge in an all-star cast where I'm not even an all-star, that's amazing. So I'm here. I'm here and I'm ready to play. When my little blue tribe, me, Boogie, Devontae, Mia, when we were walking to merge, I said, what are we going to tell them about what happened at this last vote, this last double tribal? What are we going to tell them? And Devontae goes, we're gonna just tell them that that I had a safety without power and that I left tribal.
Yeah, we need to hear this.
So basically, someone from Redemption gave me a leave tribal pass.
What?
Don't know who it was. I didn't really.
And Boogie and Mia are like, yes, done. I'm back here like, I don't want to lie about that because 2 people from Redemption are coming back and they're going to tell them the truth and then we're all going to be seen as liars. So last night around the fire, before Redemption Island even came, Devontae's telling the story about what happened at Tribal. Mia and Boogie are backing it up. I don't say anything. Then people start splitting up and Rosie, Megan Wolf, and I believe Dallas are sitting there. I have like 1 minute before people come back and I turn to them and I go, guys, that was all a lie. That's not what happened at Tribal. Devontae played shots in the dark and that's why he's here. And their faces were shook and they were like, what? And I was like, don't tell anybody I told you. I've been saying since minute 1, day 1, that I need to play dumb and play under the radar until we get to 7. And that's when I need to start making moves. I know I will have an amazing story at Final Tribal. I just need to make it there. I think that this whole tribe evolves around Adam. I think that he is the sun that in the sky, that the planets are orbiting around what Adam says. But I think everybody is purposely putting him in that spot and everybody plan on taking him out at some point and they're just letting him drive it because it's like, keep on getting that target on you, we're gonna take you out. I think that Megan Wolf is secretly running things. It sucks that I'm not good or proactive with looking for idols or advantages because that's what you kind of need on your resume to win. But Suri Fields is one of my favorite players and she would have won the game every time if she made it to the end, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do without idols or probably no immunity wins, but I can still win this game.
right, here we are. As a full group of 12, congratulations on making the merge. I know that was a pretty intense pre-merge, so you all have a lot to be proud of. Adam, what was it like whenever you realized that you had made the merge? Tell me what happened.
I think everyone's just excited. We made it this far. You know, some of us probably didn't even think we'd make it to merge. But after that, it was, where's everyone going to sit?
So Megan Wolf, tell me about the thoughts around the Redemption Island challenge and what you all thought, who might be coming back from Redemption Island.
Well, we definitely didn't think it was going to be as complicated as the process was, with two and then a third challenge for the tiebreaker sort of thing. So I'm glad I wasn't there. And but we kind of had like some bets going, like, oh, you think this person's gonna make it, you think that person's gonna make it, and I think we were pretty spot on with we thought Alyssa had a pretty strong chance of coming back. We thought we thought James had a pretty strong chance of coming back, and ended up being one of those three. So 2 of the 3 made it to the final challenge at Redemption.
So Griffin, tell me about what it was like winning your second Redemption Island challenge to re-enter the game, and then what it felt like having to reintegrate with this group.
Yeah, winning the second Redemption Island challenge was incredible. I mean, I definitely didn't think I was going to win the first challenge that I was in, and then, you know, even when I won that, the fact that we had another challenge right after was really crazy. It was super intense, and I'm so happy that I made it back. And now that I'm here, honestly, with it being merged, it makes it so easy because I've made all these connections with a bunch of people, and now that I'm back playing with them, I think I've gotten along with everyone really well. And so, yeah.
So Jordan, what was the thought process behind people voting someone back into the game? Because that's something we've never done before, where you actually got to decide who re-enters the game.
Well, I think that initially we were pretty much a unanimous vote for Brianna. So when she came out with a vengeance against me, I was very confused by that. I think a lot of other people were also very confused. So by that point, I mean, you saw us all chatting, and a majority of us thought that Stacy would be the best one to come back in and at least hear everyone out.
So Stacy, you had the unique distinction of being the person who did get invited back into the game. This group said that you're the one that they decided to play with. What was it like having to reintegrate with this group of people who, essentially, you basically never met most of these people, and the ones you did meet played some role in you leaving the game the first time?
Well, it was definitely very grateful that everyone, you know, I was voted back in. I got a little emotional. Might do that again right now. But I really enjoyed getting to talk to everybody here and getting to know everybody. And, you know, and that's part of my pitch was, I don't know anybody. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I heard what other people said, but when I came back in and told people, I'm like, that was their perception of what happened. So their perception may not have been the reality of what occurred. So anything that was said to me about anybody here by anyone who was voted out, I understood that was their perception of that player and not necessarily what happened and who that person is. So I was completely fresh eyes, basically.
So Hannah, I'm curious, what were the dynamics and the strategy? What was the strategy like around camp? Because traditionally, the merge vote is one of the biggest votes of the season. A lot of chaos, a lot of things are being flipped around. So what was it like last night and this morning?
Like you said, chaotic. It definitely is scary being one of the 6 that are not immune. You just kind of go into self-preservation mode, and I think the 6 of us that were not immune, we had a moment right by the tree line, just all right, here we go.
So Mia, Hannah mentions that because of the way the challenge operated, 6 people are immune, 6 people weren't immune. I think it's no secret that you were the one who dropped during the challenge and ended up losing a career.
Yeah.
So what happened there? I'm still not completely clear about what happened.
For some reason, I thought that we would all come back. So I thought there was, we hold the blocks, and then it was just a bless my heart moment.
Did you feel any heat back at camp because you kind of cost it for the other 6 people?
I tried to own it and just say, like, that was on me and I'm sorry. So I didn't feel me, I felt like.
Devontae, so what is the level of paranoia in this group, would you say?
I would say that there's only 6 people who are eligible to be voted for. There are only a couple of names of those 6 people that have gone around, me being one of them. So I feel like if you know you're one of those names going around, you're pretty paranoid. It's definitely been a crazy morning for me that I'm like not used to. I'm like feel out of my element. I don't know how to describe how I feel. It's just a different game that I'm never used to playing. I've never felt like I've been on the bottom as much as I am. So the paranoia for me has been everywhere. I just hold one thing, it goes to another. But I'm just hoping that the people I talk to, the people that I want to trust, that I trust and want to work with, are going to vote the way that I'm going to vote, and that aligns, and that all the paranoia was just paranoia.
Boogie, how do advantages play into the decision making for a round like this? Because 12 people is a lot of people, and one advantage could screw things up. But with 12 people, if the alliance is big enough, maybe there's some sort of split or something that could happen.
I didn't even think about a split, man. That would've been smart. Man. Honestly, if any advantage would really like switch up the game, though. There was a lot of talks of like people coming back from Redemption Island would receive an advantage, and that was like a big part of like our like thinking process too, of like how we want to go further in this post-merge, you know.
Adam, would you agree with Boogie that that was a topic of discussion, whether or not the Redemption Island people entered the game with something?
Yeah, I mean that's common to think about. Traditionally, come back from Redemption Island, you're not going to get railroaded because you'll get some kind of help. But to share information like that is not very smart to share with the group, you know, because then you just put a giant target on your back. But if you do share something like that, then you build a lot of trust with someone you tell it to.
Megan Wolf, Adam talks about sharing information. How open do you think people that you're working with are about sharing information with you or sharing information with the group as a whole?
I think people are cautiously open. I think they're gonna share information with who they think their number one, maybe their number two are. But you have to also be cautious that group is going to split, so you don't want to share it with the whole group. And so I don't think people are sharing it with too many people if they're sharing it at all.
All right, with that, we will vote.
Have I voted before? This is my first time ever voting. Because I played my shots last time, so I've never voted.
Not gonna go out without
writing your name down one time.
Hey, I think I found your torch.
There it is. Perfect.
Just-
Bless my heart. Sorry to say, you are a badass player, and
There's no one named David in this.
oh my gosh, Adam, I'm so sorry. You are a badass player, and I know I can't go up on challenges against you. So it's great working with you, and hopefully I don't get out. Assuming everybody's done all the things.
Right. Votes have been cast. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. If you have a hidden immunity idol and you wish to play it, now would be the time to do so. Together, the two of these do form two hidden immunity idols. Any votes cast for Stacy and any votes cast for Griffin will not count. I'll read the votes. First vote, Adam. Second vote, Devontae. 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 Mia. 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 Adam. Adam. That's 3 votes Devontae, 3 votes Mia, 3 votes Adam. Devontae. Devontae. 8th person voted out of Surviving Bloomington All-Stars, Devontae. That's enough, you can bring your turn.
Devontae, the tribe has spoken. Alright, well, with Devontae leaving, it's clear that this group has decided that threats are the ones who need to leave the game. We'll see if that trend continues. You can grab your torches, head on out.
I feel fine, like I'm at peace. I feel like if it would have been my original game, I would have been more upset or more like kind of sad or like not know what's going on, but I'm at peace. I knew the target I had on my back coming in. I knew it was the biggest uphill battle I've ever faced just from the get-go, and it aligned with what I thought. So I'm honestly super proud of me to merge. I honestly, when I left, I said I don't think I'll make it to the merge. I'll probably just be back chilling Friday night, just coming out to the game. So to make it to the merge for me is the accomplishment I wanted. So I'm very proud to have done that. I'm very proud to have made some moves and got my name out there a little bit more of the threat I am. You know, good on them. I think that if I could have survived 1 or 2 or 3 more votes, I really would have had a good chance at making it to the end. But my name couldn't get brought out from being a target. I was everywhere I talked. They're talking about you. They're talking about you, and it was too hard to escape. The target on my back was just way too big at this point.
I'm really sorry. I meant what I said. I said that I wanted to play this game with you this time around, but it just wasn't in the cards for us again, and I hate it. So, I also hate writing this thing down, but it's a contingency plan, and I hope if you find out about it, that we can just talk it out.
Personally, who I hope wins is, I feel like Hannah, just being new to this, she's played such a great game so far. I don't know if she was one of the ones who voted against me, even though I thought we were close or not, but I just feel like if Hannah wins, I would be super proud and super happy to see that. And also Griffin. Griffin's fought so much in this game, and every time he comes back from redemption or comes back, he's so positive and happy still, and just, he's such a good guy that he really deserves to win as well.
Who do you hope follows you out the door?
I would love to see Adamson beside me. That's never going to change. He was the biggest push on me, which is just crazy because he's won. But, you know, I hope Adam sits beside me. We'll have a good time on jury and talk it out, and I just want to see his face right there.